Good morning, friends. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook, Instagram going. Come on, links. Do your thing. Right now, we are being wired through. All right, here we go. Up on YouTube, we're up on Facebook. Let's get TikTok in the mix. And then let's get going. Yesterday, I talked about recognizing when a room is telling you the stakes are higher. Excuse me. Well, day 2 immediately gave me a chance to find out whether I was actually going to do anything about it. Good morning. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. This is your place for real life stories, insights, and strategies into the daily life of a working actor in New York City. It is Thursday, August 27th, 8:04 a.m. Oh, I'm a little late today. Sorry about that. I was making sure I was well caffeinated. You know, because it's one thing to recognize that you stepped into a higher level room. It's another thing to change your behavior because of it. So I spoke yesterday about how what I noticed about the rehearsal room on day 1 of this process. We're rehearsing A Beat of Our Own at the McCarter Theater in Princeton, New Jersey. Welcome to my actor housing. And I talked about that high level room, but day 2 was really the test of what I learned on day 1. Good morning, Gan Cooper's back. Hey, Gan Cooper, thank you for being here and for coming back. I appreciate your support. Gan Cooper has I think Gan Cooper has one of those buttons that you can put on your phone that just shoots all the likes through. There they go. Gan Cooper, you're a big help to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Kat Coppett is here. Hi, Kat Coppett. Thank you for joining. This is the Daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, your place for real life stories, insights, and strategies for building a successful and sustainable acting career. Happy Thursday. Who's that? Michael St. Gregory. Thank you for being here, Michael St. Gregory. This is an excellent way to start my day. So today is day 3 of rehearsal for official day 3. We had 3 days of Bhangra boot camp last week. But day 2 was a real test of what I had learned on day 1 and talked about yesterday, because the schedule had me not working in the rehearsal room until after lunch. And the first thing I was called for was a 15-minute conversation with the director of the show about my character. But it became this broader conversation about where I was in the process and how I was experiencing the room, which gave me the perfect opportunity to talk about the intensity that I had noticed on day 1. And what was important to me to communicate was that didn't frighten me. I'm not scared of that intensity. And the director's suggestion was that I don't experience that intensity as weight. Use it to elevate the work. And elevate was a word that the director had used when talking about what the designers were doing in their work. And then we went into, and then after that meeting with the director, I went to another music rehearsal, and I experienced that same intensity again from the music supervisor. There's the detail, the specificity, the care about decisions that I make in how I perform this material, the very clear expectations of what it means. The intensity isn't asking me to be anxious. It's asking me to elevate my work. And that was what I really wanted to put into practice. Good morning, Melinda. Thank you for being here. Let me know where you are in the world and what you're working on in your acting career. But I had the morning off yesterday. I had the whole morning off. And this is where the philosophy that I had noticed, that I had extracted from day one, became practical, right? Nobody was supervising me. Nobody gave me a morning schedule. I could have used it as entirely free time. But instead, I asked, what does being prepared for this process actually require? So I went over all of the music that I'd learned on day one. The music supervisor had established an expectation that when we put this material on his feet, we need to know it. So I'm going to know it. Not vaguely familiar with it, not, oh, right, I remember this bit, ready to stage it. You know, once somebody clearly establishes the standard, it's my responsibility to decide whether or not I'm going to meet it. So, oh, thank you, Melinda. I am not a writer, I am an actor. This is the Working Actor NYC. This is your place for real life stories and strategies and insights into the daily life of a working actor in New York City. And that's where I am. Oh, Gan Cooper is asking, have you ever made a mistake when performing? Oh, yes, my friend. Many a time. Oh my gosh, I remember once I was doing Beauty and the Beast. Very early in my career, I was the understudy for Monsieur Dark. And I just completely went up on the lyrics. They completely left my brain. But I knew the rhythm of what I was saying, so I just made up nonsensical words. Fraina, nashkanana, fida, huada, shida, blah. I had no idea. It made no sense. It sounded like an old man who has lost his mind. And poor Gaston and LeFou are just looking at me like, oh, so yes, I have made many a mistake. Good morning, Ruby. Thank you for being here. Hello and welcome. So the other things that I did yesterday morning, I finished reading the script. I started writing a biography for my character. I started thinking about what it was that I wanted to bring into my conversation with the director that was scheduled. And then we didn't talk about any of that. But that doesn't make that preparation wasted. It started the process of for me, of thinking more deeply about the character, you know, and those thoughts may become useful tomorrow or in 3 weeks or never. You know, preparation isn't only about having the correct answer when somebody asks you a question. It's about giving yourself material to work with. Preparation isn't wasted just because nobody asks to see it. Now preparation for me also means the gym. We had our 3-day Bhangra boot camp at the end of last week, but we haven't done any Bhangra this week. We haven't done any dance so far this week. There's none on the schedule for today, none that involves the cast. Anyway, I think the choreographic team is still preparing material for us when we do get into staging. So I didn't review the Bhangra yesterday morning, but that wasn't neglecting the work. It was a strategic choice about what preparation I needed most. This is an extremely physical show, and I am 55 years old, and keeping my body capable of doing 8 performances a week is part of my job. So I went to the gym. Strength and cardio aren't separate from rehearsal preparation right now. They're part of being show ready. Preparation isn't do everything. It's deciding what most needs your attention. It's knowing what the work is going to require from me. And so going to the gym and making sure that I'm fit and my aerobic capacity, my breathing is going to get me through it. That's part of my preparation for this show. Was there ever a performance that you did where you're the main character that made a huge impact? Yes, yes. I can clearly say that. A few years ago, I was playing the lead in A Man of No Importance at Classic Stage Company for 10 of the shows. And oh, I'm sorry that I'm glitchy. Thank you for letting me know. Apparently I'm glitchy on YouTube and Facebook. Apologies for that. I guess that's this Wi-Fi connection here. I'm so sorry. But A Man of No Importance, it's a very emotional show about a closeted gay bus conductor in Ireland in the 60s. And it was a very powerful show, and I really enjoyed being able to yes, now I'm getting poor connection on TikTok. Please check your network settings. I'm sorry guys, I'm in this actor housing where I am reliant upon I can only do as well as the Wi-Fi connection here will allow me to. So I apologize for being glitchy, but I'm just gonna muddle through it. Okay, good. Thank you again, Cooper. I'm glad it's still watchable. Thank you for letting me know that that's what's going on. I appreciate that. I am an actor in Nits Quintos. I am Negan. I am an actor. I've been a working actor in New York City for over 25 years, film, TV, 3 Broadway shows, and ready to share and happy to help. So let me know what you're working on in your acting career, so we can talk about it. But I'm trying to build my routine. So I started working on this show. Selamat datang, welcome. Asan, I think I have been on Route 66, but the funny thing is that one of the very, very first shows that I did in America was called Route 66. And it was a it was a review, a 1-hour review that I did at the Milwaukee Repertory Theater in the year 2001. It was very early in my American career. And yeah, so we got to sing songs about Route 66, about traveling down Route 66. Thank you, Nitz. I appreciate that very much. I try to stay in good shape. I got to stay show ready. And please, if you're enjoying, thank you so much for all of the likes. If you're enjoying the chat and the live, please hit follow. That means a great deal. Please share this live with your friends so that they can find out what the daily life of a working actor in New York City looks like. Been planning a trip on that route. Oh gosh, it was so long ago that I don't actually remember. Asan, I would not be the right person to to give you advice about that. I'm sure there are experts out there, but I'm afraid I'm not one of them. I was in Malaysia in early 2024. I used to live in Singapore when I was a kid. And so for my mother's 80th birthday, we took a family trip to revisit Singapore. And so we spent some time in Singapore, and then we drove up through Malaysia. We went to Kuala Lumpur, we went to the Cameron Highlands. We went to a tea plantation in the Cameron Highlands. We went to Penang and spent some time in Penang. So I'm a very big fan of Malaysia. That food is delicious. I love a food adventure, and I would love to visit the Philippines, Nits Quintos. Oh, what was it I learned the other day? Magandang gabi, Philippines. Welcome. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? Welcome to all my friends in the Philippines, in Malaysia. I didn't get Magandang gabi. I don't know if my accent is very good, but I'm trying. Welcome to all my friends from Vietnam. Okay, good, good, good. Welcome, friends. Yeah, so I'm trying to build my routine here around that priority. I mean, every rehearsal process looks different. I'm trying to make sure that I get my work to my show work done before rehearsal starts so that then I can do my the Working Actor NYC work and my personal administration work after rehearsal, because I still need other things to get done. There's financial stuff that I need to deal with. There's my coaching clients that I need to make sure I'm not neglecting. I have finished my Substack essay for this week. I finished that and scheduled that for the weekend. But they didn't get the hours when my primary professional responsibility needed them. Thank you, Sunflower Lady. Username 9910286. I will certainly have a look when the live is over. So that's the routine that I'm testing for this particular process, because every process is different. Priority isn't what you say matters most. Priority is what gets first claim on the resources that it needs. If I say the show is my priority, my schedule should provide the evidence that I mean it. Wow, Mike, interesting choices. Vancouver is from Norway. Oh, I didn't know where you were from, Vancouver. We just added another country to the mix. I don't think we've ever had somebody from Norway in the house. So thank you for being there. I've never performed in Norway. I've never been there. But here's what I will say. My bucket list vacation is to see the Northern Lights in person. And I think Norway is the place to do it. So Norway is 100% on my list, Vancouver. Norway and Finland, I would love to visit. That's on my bucket list, is to see the Northern Lights. So I know that a visit to Norway is on the cards. Yeah, so as a working actor, I have always made sure that I'm ready for whatever is on today's schedule. That's just professionalism. But this process may require something slightly different. Music today may become staging tomorrow. So work done in one room becomes the starting point for another department's work. And if I arrive at rehearsal needing to relearn what happened yesterday, I can't begin today where I need to begin. That's where day one's intensity becomes useful rather than oppressive. It tells me how far ahead my preparation needs to reach. I don't need to become obsessive. I don't need to sacrifice the rest of my life, but I need a routine that lets me walk into the room genuinely ready to move forward. I'm not just preparing for what's on the schedule today. I'm preparing so the work can move forward tomorrow. Preparation, that is my mantra for this process. Be ready for the room. That's my lesson from this show. All right, where are we? Hi, friends on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Let's check in with my friends on TikTok. Vancouver. I actually live in the northern part of Norway, so every day I stargaze with my telescope. Oh, how glorious. Ah, that sounds magical. Way to go. Hello, many Kapigao. Thank you, Nitz. I appreciate that. I'm working on it. Let me know what you guys are working on in your acting careers. I would love to hear what your, I wonder what being an actor in Norway looks like. Sawadee krap. Hello, Thailand. I'm afraid I don't read Thai script, so I can't say your name out loud, but Anna, thank you. Sawadee krap, Thailand. Originally, Jens, I'm from Australia, but I have been living and working in New York City for over 25 years now. So that's why I speak with an American accent, but you can probably hear some Australianness in there as well. But yeah, originally from Sydney, Australia. Sydney was home. And now I live in Brooklyn in New York City. You're going to be wearing 5 layers of clothes if you come here. Truth. 100% truth. We get cold in New York City, but nothing like Norway. It cracks me up when my Australian friends say, "Oh, it's so cold, so cold. I had to put a sweater on today." And I'm like, "A sweater? That's it? That's all you got?" New York City in the winter is like 3 layers. Norway is going to be 5, 100%. Jans, I do not speak Indonesian. Selamat datang is about it. Oh, but I always knew that as Malaysian. Selamat datang. What was the other one that I learned? Selamat Giang, is that right? Selamat Giang. Oh, Nitz applied to US visa to visit New York, but I got denied. Oh gosh, no. Hi, welcome Maria Net Autentico from the Philippines. Magandang gabi. I can't speak Indonesian, but I know a tiny bit of Malaysian. I used to know how to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bilang 10. Is that right? Is that, oh, Nits, 3 times. Gosh, that sounds awful. I wonder, so sorry. Magandang gabi. Sayo. I don't know what sayo means, Marianelle. Marianelle Autentico. Let me know what sayo means. I love learning languages. I studied French while I was at college, university. So that's the only language I feel competent in conversationally. Although I'm very out of practice. If somebody started speaking French to me now, sayo means to you. Oh, sayo means to you. Magandang gabi sayo. Love learning new things. Welcome. Another friend from the Philippines told me about Janine Burdin, and so I watched What If I Miss You for the Rest of My Life. Is that correct? Jans, I'm 55 and doing a dance musical. I'm one of the dancers in a dance musical. How about that? But I am not scared. I'm very happy, very proud of where of how my body is holding up. Eventually I will learn Filipino, probably when I am scheduled to visit the Philippines. I had an opportunity a few months ago to join a show that was in Manila. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was playing in Manila. I think it's left now. But I couldn't make the scheduling of it all work. And to be honest, I'm a green card holder. Because I am Australian and I've been living in New York for the last 25 years on my green card as a permanent resident. And honestly, I'm just not especially comfortable under this administration traveling internationally. So I'm doing all domestic travel at the moment. So I'm afraid Manila, I could not join the company of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in Manila, which was a shame because I really am keen to travel. I love Southeast Asia. I love Southeast Asian food. I know that I would enjoy the Philippines. I know that I would have a good time and it would be an opportunity to learn more Filipino. But Magandang Gabi Sayo is a great start. Gan Cooper says it's currently daytime 24/7, but nighttime 24/7 season will be coming. I mean, it's so fascinating the way northern Norway operates on that completely unique daytime nighttime system. Magandang umaga. I'm gonna put my book over here. Magandang umaga is good morning. Now, when I do my evening live, so I'm doing another live tonight because my friend Patrick and I will be recording our podcast tonight. We'll be doing it live right here on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. And tonight we're going to be talking about how do you measure success as an actor. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? I had that written down. How are you? Magandang gabi. Kumusta ka? Yeah, again, Cooper. I mean, how you live like that is extraordinary to me. That seems like such a shift for the body. But I mean, look, human beings have evolved into navigating that and it not being unusual for the body to experience that. But I'm fascinated by it. Hello, Zoo. Yes, all the likes, all of the follows are a huge help for the channel. So I really do appreciate them. If you're enjoying the conversation, if you're enjoying the chat, if you're enjoying the live, please hit follow. It's a huge help for me in getting the word out about the Working Actor NYC. Jens, the Australian currency is the dollar. We have Australian dollars and they're very colorful. Please Google Australian currency. It is very beautiful these days. It's sort of like a plastic. They don't use paper anymore. Oh, thank you. I love this color too. I'm a big fan of bright colors. Who is that? Haruka Mitsu. Thank you. I promise I will try to learn more Tagalog. So I'm from Australia, but I am currently based in Brooklyn, in New York. Haruka Mitsu saying they're stimulating to the eyes. Carolyn is from Kenya. Welcome, Kenya. Thank you for being here. I've only set foot in Africa, I think, one time in my life when I went to Egypt. Though Egypt is interesting because it feels less African and more, I don't know, it's sort of Egypt feels like a bridge between the Middle East and Africa. Does that make sense? Wait, did I see Chama Team Kitabu is here? Welcome, Chama. San Kapunta. Basso J. My name is Benjamin. Benjamin Howes. Thank you, Carolyn. Nighttime season is so good. The Northern Lights, man. You won't believe watching that almost every night. I cannot wait. It is literally on my bucket list. Before I die, I want to see the Northern Lights. That is what I want. So Norway, maybe Finland. I'd do a nice vacation around there. I'm dying to see them. Oh, my friends. Senla Labs, good evening. Hello, welcome. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. It is 8:31 a.m. on Thursday, August 27th. Hi, Maricel. I have been to Indonesia, Jens. I did a show in Jakarta. Holy cow, Jakarta's traffic is crazy. I think our hotel and the venue where we were performing, it was only like a 20-minute drive, but they had to allow an hour for it because the traffic is so crazy. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. This is your place for real life stories, insights, and strategies on being a working actor in New York City. So I want to thank you all for joining me. This has been super fun. I do have to get on with some work before rehearsal today. So I'm rehearsing a new show called A Beat of Our Own, which is about a college Bhangra team, competitive college Bhangra team. I play Wallace, the pharmacology professor who auditions for the team. We are on today is day 3 of our 6-week rehearsal process. So we're going to have a lot of time to help develop the piece. So I have to get ready for work, make sure that I am ready to go. I really, really want to thank you for all of the likes and all of the follows. They mean a lot and really help me in getting the word out about the Working Actor NYC. Hello, no skill, no deal from Bali. Never got to go to Bali. So sad. I never got to go to Bali yet. I really want to thank all of you for being here. And remember, wherever you are in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. Oh, yes, the live tonight will be at 7 p.m., which is in 10 and a half hours from now. So 7 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern US time. So 10 and a half hours from now, we will be live. If you hit my profile, the link tree, the first link that is up there will send you to the YouTube video so that you can bookmark that and join us live tonight for our podcast, where we'll be talking about how do you measure success as an actor. I would love to see you all there. Please join us. It's been great hanging out with you this morning, and I'll be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. for another edition of The Morning Report. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining. Bye for now. All right, my friends, I will be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. and you can see our live podcast tonight right here, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then.